Hello guys, welcome back. Today I will be showing you the second batch of the Ever After High characters that I have created for the reality show challenge on my channel. Last time I showed you all the royals, all 16 of them. Today you will be seeing 15 rebels. There's one less rebel. Ever After High is a web series, book series, and doll series that was focused on the characters that were children of fairy tale characters. The rebels in this case here today are the ones that do not want people to be forced to follow in the footsteps of their fairy tale parents and fulfill their fairy tale destinies. They're the ones who believe that you should have a choice. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and show you all of them. We are starting with Kitty Cheshire. Now, Kitty Cheshire is a very interesting character because it's not exactly a villain. Obviously, give her the most smiley face I could give her, and that hat, I could not give that hat to any other character. So she's nosy, she's a goofball, and she is erratic. I gave her these preferences and the Chief of Mischief aspiration. Now, Kitty Cheshire, she can be very much like a prankster, and sometimes she doesn't really know when to stop. She doesn't really know when a prank or a joke or something mischievous is evil. It's like evil. Well, that it's harmful to her friends, and there's a lot of the time, like her friends are telling her that that wasn't funny, that was actually very hurtful, and she actually seems saddened by that. So it's not like she just doesn't care and just does what she wants. She does actually care about her friends, but it's just hard for her to distinguish between something that is like funny for her or like funny for everyone else and something that might be funny for her but it's harmful to other people. So that's why she has a lot of fur in her outfit, because she can transform into a cat. She's the daughter of the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. So I put this tiger as a wallpaper. This is her room here. This little poster inside, on the side of the wall, I thought that was very fitting. Like, it looked like her. There's a lot of cats around because she does like feed a lot of cats, I would think, and like a mushroom here for the Wonderland aspect. But yeah, her room is the first one. Next up, we have Rosabella Beauty. She's a bookworm. She's an animal enthusiast, and she is good. She wants to be a friend of the animals. So she is the daughter of Belle from the Beauty and the Beast fairy tale. Now, she is a rebel because she does not want to follow her destiny. Kitty kind of does want to follow her destiny because she wants to make her mother proud, but she's a rebel because she's kind of like not really like of an obligation. That's just what she likes to do. And Rosabella, she doesn't want to like dedicate her life to a fairy tale of like being the princess and marrying a prince, being kidnapped by a prince and all of that. She just loves animals and she wants to dedicate her life to helping animals and nature. So that's why she's a rebel. She's a very giving, I don't know if that's a word you can use like that, but she's very sweet and she's very smart. She is a lot like Belle in the fact that she likes books, but again, she wants to focus on helping animals throughout her life. So as you can see, I used a lot of yellow. Her palette is has a lot of yellow, but I tried to keep like, I love this outfit too. Like, I tried to keep it looking a lot like Belle, but also with her own twist, like it like to express her nature. I always try to make them individual. It's not like I'm actually making the Disney princess or whatever. So yeah, she's also the one that we talked about in the previous video. I actually really love this outfit too, with Daring, because it turns out that he is probably her prince, because I think this in the last movie that Ever After High came out with, he transforms into a beast, and I think Rosabella is the one that breaks that spell from him, because she kind of like helps a lot like with his character development, like not being a fucking selfish bastard. But okay, here you see the hallway in the first floor, which leads into the second room, which includes Rosabella and someone else, but this is her side of the room. I think I tried to replicate the feeling of the Beauty and the Beast fairy tale a lot here. I didn't really have a lot of things that I could think of to put in her room other than these, like very classic feeling. Next up, we have Madeline Hatter. Now, Madeline is the best friend of Raven Queen, who you could consider her the protagonist of the show and the story in general, but she's erratic, she's outgoing, she's cheerful. She's also got the neighborhood confidant aspiration. She's a very sweet character. She's always cheerful, always smiling, always cracking jokes. She's a little bit, I think, like she would be on the psychotic spectrum, or like because of the Wonderland characters can like hear the narrators, or like it's like they talk to people who aren't there. I try to give her hats all around because she's the daughter of a Mad Hatter. She does love her destiny. She does want to be the next Hatter very much, but because she's Raven's best friend, she really, really wants to support Raven, and she believes that all of them should have the choice that she has made, that she wants to be the next Mad Hatter as well. So yeah, that's Madeline. This is her room. I used a lot of Mad Hatter like imagery and teapots, a lot of her color palette. I have a hat thing over there because I thought it was pretty perfect. I have given her a little bit of that like little corner with a tablet because I didn't know what else to put, and I thought it would be nice. But yeah, next up we have Gingerbread House. Now, Gingerbread House is a literally very sweet character. She's the daughter of the Candy Witch, from Hansel and Gretel. And look at those rings. Aren't they just perfect? And those socks. I love a lot of her things that she's wearing. She's cheerful, she's a foodie, and she's outgoing. And I also have given her the Appliance Whiz aspiration. Now, the very sweet thing about Ginger is the fact that she loves to cook. She loves to create desserts and candy and all of that. But she's a very sweet character. She does not want to like poison anyone or eat anyone, and she's actually very saddened when people remind her of what her mother did and how she wanted to eat Hansel and Gretel. She feels very uncomfortable. She doesn't want to she doesn't like having that conversation, and I thought that lollipop dessert was really cool. And basically look at those shoes, like with the little candy on them. I love them. Okay, so she is actually like very nice. She wants to cook, and she wants people to try out her sweets and her desserts, and just wants to like give everything that she cooks to other people. But you know, when sometimes they don't accept her food and they don't want to try it, she becomes like a little bit disappointed and betrayed because she knows that it's because they're scared. I love her room. I tried to put many sweets and ice cream, and it's just so cute. I love it. And I've got this wallpaper, which is really cute. I found some really, really nice pictures. I tried to put cupcakes, but they wouldn't really load very well, as you can see there. But I loved her room. Her roommate is Darling Charming, the youngest twin of the Charmings. I mentioned in the previous video that we saw her twin brother and her older brother. She's active, adventurous, and a bookworm. She also has the championship rider. I don't remember how that aspiration is called. But basically, she's a really, really interesting character because she wants to make her parents happy, and she wants to have this image of being like a really nice like princess and all of that. But she just loves like fighting. She wants to be a knight. Actually, is supposed to be the prince for Snow White's fairy tale because she woke up Snow White with when she touched her lips. When she was poisoned in the Dragon Games movie. So that is why everyone considers her now the prince for Applewhite's fairy tale. And I think that's amazing. It's amazing that there's an actually like queer story in Ever After High. Obviously, I kept her as a queer woman in here. I really like her. I think she has a very like ethereal face with her hair and all her outfits. I put that knight there because I thought it was pretty perfect. All the baubles that came from Lovestruck, and then I've and then I show you on the second floor that we have the common room. That's Madeline, don't pay attention to her. But we have this Rebels common room. It's actually a lot different to the Royals, as you can imagine if you saw the previous video. This is a little darker, more modern, but actually there is a kind of like gothic element. I'm not really sure how you would call that, but here we have Cerise Hood. She is one of my favorite characters in this story, and she's the daughter of Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf, because Little Red this time she married the wolf. So Cerise is a loner. She's loyal and she loves the outdoors. I also gave her the werewolf initiate because, well, she is a werewolf. I think that this outfit is really, really cute with the cape, like looking like Little Red Riding Hood. Cerise is like very much a loner because she keeps this a secret. Nobody knows that she's the daughter of also the Big Bad Wolf, not just Little Red. And that is because it's like kind of like scandalous, and it went against the fairy tale, and like people would not accept her because of that. And it's why she hides her ears all the time. So I've given her a lot of hoods for that reason, and these headphones, to like hide them. And she's amazing. She's got like a lot of like, I wouldn't say aggressive attitude, but she can be like really snarky, and she like will not like listen to shit about herself. So it's like she was belittled at one point because she's a girl and she likes sports, because she can be like really fast due to her being a werewolf, and she like showed off on the guys that belittled her. Here is her room. I tried to put like a lot of like the werewolf element and also the Red Riding Hood element. I put this like basket, like a picnic over there. I thought that was really fitting for like a corner like that. I really like it. So next up we have Poppy O'Hare. Now Poppy O'Hare is the oldest / youngest twin by Rapunzel of Rapunzel. I mentioned in the previous video that her sister Holly is the youngest, but they have the secret between them so that nobody knows who's actually the youngest and the oldest, because Holly's the one who wants to be the next Rapunzel, and she does not want to be the next Rapunzel, even though she was born first. So Poppy, I've made her like a bit more punky than she's shown in the show. I gave her like a septum piercing because I really think it fits her and her vibe. I would consider her to be more like a punky and a very like open-minded person, and I think she could be potentially queer as well. We will see what happens in the gameplay in the reality show. I'm really, really, very excited. But I would think that she's probably one of them, one of those who will have potentially a female love interest. I guess only time will tell. Creative, self-assured, and an overachiever, and I gave her an aspiration with money because I didn't know what to do with that. Here in her room, as you can see, I've put up this photography thing, like this camera, because I would think that she might be like a hair influencer. I'm not really sure. Like she would have a ton of things about hair and beauty products, and maybe she is a popular YouTuber because of that. I don't know. I thought that would be cool to like give makeovers to everyone in that side of the room when they come in. And next up, her roommate is Nina Thumble, the daughter of Thumbelina. She's a goofball, she loves the outdoor, and she's a green fiend, of course. I also give her the eco-innovator aspiration. She is one of the last characters again that were introduced, I think. I really struggled with what like makeup to give her, because in the show she was like really bright makeup, and I couldn't really find like making it like look balanced and not like too much on her face. But I ended up with going for that lip, and I also gave her those eyebrows. She is definitely very, very cute. Like I prefer this makeup here that I put like my own spin on it. But you know, for the everyday outfit, I try to go off their official appearance. Um, so she's got like this power that she can make herself look very tiny. Not look. She actually is. She like transforms into other sizes. And she also has like this tiny, tiny, tiny room in a hole in the wall that is hers. I also gave her a hole in the room to signify that. So we've got a lot of flowers, a lot of green, a lot of pink. She looked like really cute and very sweet in her episode. I would think that she's actually like really a big maybe not fan, but that she would like really sympathize with insects or like other tiny animals that humans don't really consider, because they're her size when she's tiny. Here is her little room here. Because she's so small, I gave her that single bed, and I thought that it would make sense. I've given her a lot of cute things, a lot of flowers, and like that gnome, and I think it's like really, really, really cute. And I love that room divider. Next up, we've got the boys. We have Sparrowhood. He's a music lover, kleptomaniac, and self-assured, and I've also given him the world famous celebrity because that was what he wants. He wants to be famous for being a rock star. He does not want to be on a wanted poster like his father, Robin Hood. He wants to be on a poster because he's famous. I didn't mention it earlier, but we don't really know the reason why Nina Thumble is a rebel, but that is the reason that Sparrowhood is a rebel. I would think that Nina Thumble is like similar to Madeline, like she does want to be the next Thumbelina, but she wants people to have that choice. So yeah, Sparrow here does not want to be like Robin Hood, like his father. He wants to be a rock star. He is a also kind of morally gray character, and I think you can tell that from his kleptomaniac trait. He can be a bit sketchy sometimes. He can be very annoying, like ruining other people's like goals or plans. Here we have Hunter Huntsman. He is the son of the huntsman from Snow White, and he's a rebel because he does not want to be a huntsman. He does not want to kill animals. He is also a vegetarian. I also gave him the outdoor enthusiast aspiration. He's also the guy that I was telling you about in the previous video with Ashley and Ella, that she really loved him, so she turned on the royals side because of that. But we'll see what she will do and what will happen between them in the actual series that we do here on the channel in the reality show. We will see what will happen between them. I briefly considered making him a mask person with like a feminine frame, but then I was like, nah, it's okay, it's not okay. I'll just go ahead and make him like a guy. Maybe in my head he's a trans guy, but it's fine. It's because it's like very queer coded. Their relationship with Ashley and Ella is very queer coded by the fact that they had to like come out in the school and be like, oh, okay, so we're together and we love each other. And like Applewhite from the previous video, you really had to see the previous video, he was like, I do not accept this, I don't think that you should be with him, I think it's wrong. So in that way I thought it was like really queer coded. Here we have Humphrey Dumpty, and he's the son of Humpty Dumpty. And if I'm not mistaken, doesn't Humpty Dumpty like die because he jumps and becomes like goo because he's an egg? So I feel like that is the reason why Humphrey does not want to be a royal. He does not want to follow his destiny. He does not want to die and just like explode like an egg on the pavement. So here we have their room. All three of them are roommates. That was Sparrow's side of the room. This is Hunter's side of the room. I really like the way these two blend together. I give him that little fox like light. I think it's so cute. A lot of like treats for animals. Here we have that side for Humphrey, because I thought that it looked a lot like an egg, like that bed. A little light beside the computer also gave me egg vibes. Egg vibes. And he's actually also like really smart. He's the other guy that helps Dexter and Blondie on her show, doing all the technical work. And yeah, here we have Cedar Wood. Now Cedar is also another friend of Madeline and Raven. She's the daughter of Pinocchio, and he he made her from wood, like him. So she is a rebel, even though she wants to become a real quote unquote girl. But she wants everyone to be free in that choice. Which is also, now that I'm talking about it, I feel like she also gives a lot of like trans vibes. But anyways, like for the like quote unquote real girl. Well, anyway, she's skeptical, she's childish and cheerful. And that is because sometimes she's like really, so Cedar is like actually sometimes she doesn't really understand like how to express herself. I'm not really sure what the fandom thinks about this, but I kind of considered it that she could be a bit autistic. But other than that, maybe like it's from the fact that, oh, you know, she's made from wood, she doesn't really understand people as good as others. She isn't really able to keep a secret that well. And she also is said to talk a lot. Anyway, this is her room. I went off of like the wood element, and also the Pinocchio element, because there's a lot of like designs and like crafting things. That wooden hand I thought was perfect. And it's also said that she enjoys painting a lot because she can express herself much better that way, through painting. Next up, we have Jillian Beanstalk. She's a daughter of Jack Beanstalk? Jack that climbed the beanstalk. She's active, adventurous, and she loves the outdoors. I've given her the extreme sports enthusiast, I think, aspiration. She has this a lot like leaves and very sporty. I'm not really sure why she's a rebel, because she's shown to practice climbing the beanstalk and she's like amazing at it. She's like really like training to make record times with how good she's doing. And in that way, she's like really sporty and really brave. And yeah, she's like totally famous for how amazing she is in athleticism. So I've given her that rock climbing activity thing in her bedroom. There's a lot of like rulers for like the height. I think that was actually really perfect because of the beanstalk being so high. I tried to go off of that a lot in her room, and I really like the way it turned out. All these vines and all of that. And next up, we obviously have the amazing Raven Queen. She is the reason why the whole like rebels movement started. She is the daughter of the evil queen, and she does not want to be like her mother. She does not want to end up in jail or be doing awful things and losing herself. She wants to be good, actually. She wants to do good. She wants to grow her powers, but not inflict any harm with them. This is inspired by her Legacy Day outfit, of course. She's self-assured, she's skeptical, and she's loyal. And I think the skeptical matches well because she's the one that like questions things in their world. She's like, okay, so what happens if we do not do that? And they're like, oh, what do you mean? Nobody has ever done that. So she's like, what if we, just did that? Maybe nothing bad happens if we don't do that, if we don't follow our destinies. So she's got a very much so like a grungy look, maybe a bit goth. I love it personally. I really love her outfits. I love them. They're stunning. I also gave her the sorcery aspiration because as a spellcaster, again, she wants to grow her powers and become better at them because they're kind of uncontrollable at times because she's like very powerful, but she doesn't really know how to control them exactly. Here is her bedroom. I know that it's like, oh, Apple made her bedroom because she wanted her to be evil so that she can be like her mother, but I do think that she enjoys this aesthetic raven. There's obviously all those ravens in her room, that raven from Life and Death, and I've also given her an orb of the dragon because she has the dragon. I love her room. So lastly, we have Melody Piper. She's the daughter of the Pied Piper, and she's a rebel because she does not want to be like her father. She actually really likes mice, and she actually has a hamster. And she doesn't want her music to attract people for like any other reason other than that it's really, really good. So she is a DJ. She's a music lover, and a loner, and a party animal. And she's also got the musical genius inspiration. She is supposedly like the best DJ that there is around, and so she's like at every party because everyone wants her to put on the music and make all the best beats to dance to. So she's also got a bit of a punk style here, because I really, really thought that it suited her. I gave her that tattoo because I didn't have the exact tattoo that she does. I also do not have business and hobbies. And I thought that was the closest thing that I had that I could give her to like on her thigh. So here is her room. There's a lot of like music inspired like things, and I also gave her the DJ booth. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Those are the rebels, and I hope you enjoyed them. Tell me who your favorite rebel is in the comments below, and I am so excited to start the reality show. Please tell me also what your favorite bedroom was, and if you enjoy the Rebels common room more or the Royals common room more. I will see you in the next video with the first episode of the reality show, hopefully. Goodbye!